Hi, my name is Peter, and in this module my colleague Tracy and I will be discussing here the question of how to get the end user interested in LED solutions and how to present these options in an attractive and compelling way.
Hi, I am Tracy. This training has been prepared by the GE Lighting Institute in Cleveland, Ohio. Even though it is directed at salespeople, it is also useful for end users.
Most users are excited about LEDs and they want LEDs. They have heard great things about them: energy efficiency, long life with zero maintenance, environmentally best, no mercury, and so on. So, as a salesperson, you have to get interested in how come they have not already switched to LEDs.
Yes, this is a very interesting proposition compared to the old days where we had to convince people to change their lighting. Now they are already excited and ready.
But something has stopped them. Understanding this is key to selling LED solutions. So let us examine some explanations of what is stopping them.
One of the first objections is the cost. Companies could be short of cash. Hey, or they could just be lazy. Why bother changing the lighting when no one is complaining?
Some people move because of the benefits of changing to LEDs. Others move because of the pain of not changing to LEDs, typically maintenance issues, high electric bills, product failures, and so on.
Yes, the idea of putting LEDs up in the ceiling and not worrying about the lighting again for years is very attractive, especially for lazy people.
It is not laziness, it is the pursuit of efficiency in life. I think this is the key reason people want LEDs. The long life and zero maintenance promise is very attractive, no wasted labor. They can spend their time on more useful things rather than changing light bulbs and ballasts.
Is it really zero maintenance?
Yes. If the LED fixture performs as expected, there will be no need to touch or replace anything. Other lamps fail on a statistical basis. There are always lamps burning out. LEDs should not burn out, they merely grow dimmer, and at some point you replace all of them. Big labor savings.
What about energy savings?
Yes, this is also important. You can often cut the energy in half or more. But with linear fluorescent, the energy savings is going to be generally insufficient to cost-justify LEDs when people are looking for payback.
Yes, that is one of the reasons people have not switched to LEDs. Payback is not always there or is not satisfactory.
If I was looking strictly at payback, I would never get myself new clothes or new shoes.
Or a haircut. Peter, you need a haircut.
I'll make an appointment. Anyway, I want to show you here why payback is the wrong thing to present when you are offering LEDs.
How can you say that, Peter? Payback has always been the criteria for cost-justifying lighting upgrades.
Tracy, I am afraid it has been true. Partly the lighting industry is to blame for training customers to ask for payback. Tell me, when you are seeking a payback, what is the typical time frame you are looking for?
Typically 2 or 3 years. Maybe 4 sometimes, depends on the customer.
So, essentially, you are saying I am not concerned with benefits that happen after the 3-year time frame. Therefore, payback ignores the benefits of long life because the benefits are seen long after the payback period.
I never thought of it that way. So what is a better way of showing the economic benefits?
Peter, we should present life cycle costing or cost of ownership. In fact, any analysis that takes into account costs and expenses over a longer period, even net present value calculations looking at a 10-year or 7-year time frame, will really highlight the superiority of LED lighting compared to traditional technologies.
And I would guess you will ask us to calculate and include maintenance savings in the equation, not just energy savings?
Absolutely right. When you think about it, the key selling point about LEDs is that you won't be replacing them frequently. If you only look at energy savings, you are barking up the wrong tree.
So how do you calculate maintenance savings?
You can model failure rates. I cannot get into the details here, but if you know how many lamps and ballasts will be failing, you can calculate how much it costs to keep replacing these failed components. You would need to know labor rates and how much labor is involved. But there is one big miss. Most people calculate how much labor it takes to change a light bulb, but they ignore something very important that I call disruption cost and inconvenience.
Like the hassle of changing a burned-out light?
Yes, hassle, inconvenience, aggravation, bother, irritation.
I get the point.
After I was finished, I was going to add that in addition to all that psychological concerns, there would be some actual, practical, financial cost of having a light not working.
You mean at a retail establishment, it looks bad?
Also, in a manufacturing company, it may interfere with production to have a light go out over a workstation. In an office you may have to vacate your desk while the worker is replacing the fluorescent light above. This is the disruption cost associated with each outage, not just the labor to replace the lamp.
I can see the importance of including this in the calculations.
But since this number is hard to estimate, people tend to avoid including it. The fact is, they are aware of this, and that is why they are tuned into the attractiveness of a light source like LED which needs no attention.
So how do we bring them to acknowledge this piece? Also, if the LED lighting creates better lighting, there may be other benefits, soft benefits, to upgrading to LEDs.
That is absolutely true. Even a small percentage increase in retail sales or productivity would go a long way towards justifying the upgrade. Unfortunately, most of the calculators we use only log in measurable numbers like energy savings and maintenance savings.
Peter, I think the lighting industry is to blame because, for years we have been presenting lighting to them as a cost instead of talking about the value of good lighting.
True, for years we were able to offer increasing efficiencies and the energy savings was enough to justify the upgrade. But now, the high-performance fluorescent systems like the F28 and the 25-watt, as well as T5s are quite efficient and cheap, and it is hard to save much energy.
Can you explain with an example?
Sure. Take a 2-amp 2x4 troffer using 4-foot fluorescent lamps. Typically, such a fixture will use $25 of energy in a year in an office setting. Even if an LED fixture is twice as efficient, it will only save $12 or $13 in energy per year. No way you can get a 3-year payback. You would have to buy and install an LED fixture for under $40.
What about maintenance savings?
In an office setting that will just come to about another $10 per fixture. Energy is the main portion of the lighting cost. Labor costs are not that much indoors. Of course, in outdoor lighting maintenance costs play a much bigger role. And you have to look at more than labor, you have to look at the cost to the business of having lights out.
So you are saying that energy and maintenance savings will be hard-pressed to cost-justify LED upgrade in an existing office setting with high-performance fluorescent systems. So are you saying, stay with fluorescent lighting?
No, not at all. LEDs are the right thing to have. All fluorescent fixtures will be changing to LEDs. It is only a matter of time. But it will not be simply because of payback.
So, what makes LEDs the right thing to have? In the ceiling, as you claim?
Look, they are significantly more efficient, they are the lowest energy cost, they require zero maintenance. LEDs are the ideal and best light source, and if you look at the long run, they are cheaper than fluorescent systems. So they are the right thing to light your space with. Sooner or later you will be switching to LEDs.
How about people who claim they are waiting for LED prices to come down and for LED performance to improve?
While they are waiting, they are burning money up, they are throwing money away. The time is already right to switch to LEDs.
What would you say to a customer who says they don't have the money right now to invest in an LED upgrade?
Look, if I offered them an Aston Martin or a Mercedes-Benz for $5,000, they would go find the money. Businesses can always find the money if they think it is a great deal. When they say they don't have money for the LED upgrade, it just means they have not been able to see the value yet.
You are not being fair to businesses with cash flow problems.
Perhaps that is true. There is no point trying to sell a car to a homeless person, no matter how good a deal the car is. But the fact is all businesses use lighting, and they're using suboptimal lighting right now, even from a financial point. They could be lighting their spaces cheaper and better with LEDs.
So, you are saying, they just have to find a way to finance the LED upgrade.
Yes, and they will never regret it, and their operating expenses will come down drastically. When they reduce their lighting wattage, even their air conditioning costs will go down. It is never wrong to upgrade to LEDs, no matter what lighting system you have right now. And today's LEDs are good enough. You don't have to wait for further improvements.
Are there any concerns?
The only problem is if you buy a poorly engineered fixture that looks good in the beginning, but begins to depreciate rapidly in lumen output after 2 or 3 years, you will have wasted your investment.
Of course, you may have failures, fixtures just going out, due to manufacturing defects.
That is where a reputable and responsible company like GE is a good bet. someone who will stand behind their warranty and their ratings.
I have heard of cases where a manufacturer has offered a fantastic warranty, but when the product failed after 2 years, the manufacturer had disappeared and couldn't be found.
Yes, a buyer must understand the distinction between an engineering warranty and a salesman's warranty. An engineering warranty is based on solid construction and reliability testing. A salesman's warranty is offered just to get a sale.
Like the customer says, a 5-year warranty is not enough. We need a 10-year warranty, and the salesman says, sure, we will give you a 10-year warranty, no problem.
Or, you want a 12-year warranty? Okay, no problem. And the company has only been in business for 18 months.
And it is going to go out of business next year. Ooh, horror stories. So what can the customer do to protect himself or herself from such unscrupulous people?
Actually, they may not be unscrupulous because they may genuinely believe in their product. They just don't have the knowledge and experience to engineer and test a product that is supposed to last for 10 years or 15 years.
LEDs are evolving so fast that you cannot afford to burn a fixture for 5 years before selling it. You have to be really smart in evaluating how long a fixture will last.
Yes, you will realize that many fixtures are being sold by companies that don't have testing capabilities, or they are in a hurry to market their latest design. The customer has to be diligent in inquiring, be skeptical and not believe numbers just because they have been printed up on a spec sheet.
But a well-manufactured LED will fulfill the promise and expectations, right?
Yes, in fact there are LEDs that have reached 40,000 and 60,000 hours and are exceeding expectations. It is a very robust and long-lasting technology.
So, customers should not simply trust spec sheets, they should not just look for payback.
They will get good payback in many situations like outdoor lighting and even industrial high-bay lighting, but just because the payback is not attractive does not mean the upgrade or retrofit is not indicated.
It seems that in these cases the salesperson will have to do a better job explaining the benefits of LEDs.
Yes, the customer may be inclining towards doing nothing. The salesperson has to create some excitement and be passionate about the correctness of the LED upgrade. That is why we call this provoking the sale as opposed to simply showing some financial calculations that cause the LEDs to sell themselves. Customers have to be woken up to what LEDs are offering.
There are other benefits to LEDs: controllability, dimming, color changing.
Yes, LEDs are easy to turn on and off. They can be dimmed easily with a dimming driver. Some
people have run into dimming issues in their homes.
Well, many homes have dimmers that worked with incandescent and halogen lamps, and these may not work well with some LEDs. But in commercial spaces, the dimming methods like 0 to 10 volt dimming, wireless dimming etc. can be made to run flawlessly with LED drivers.
So, with dimming and occupancy sensors you can cut energy costs even more.
And finally, many companies are moving to intelligent fixtures that do much more than just providing light.
Oh yeah. What do they do?
Oh, amazing things are possible. It is still too early, but the age of intelligent buildings, intelligent fixtures, and even intelligent cities is coming. A retailer can use lighting fixtures to track traffic in the store, guide people to what they are looking for, offer coupons on their smartphone relating to the display they are looking at. The possibilities are endless.
And why are LEDs making this possible?
The LED revolution is happening at the same time as the data revolution, and lighting fixtures which have electronics in them and are an ideal base for sensors to gather data and information.
So can they use roadway fixtures intelligently so I don't have to wait at traffic signals when there is no one coming across?
Absolutely, monitoring traffic patterns, even reporting on themselves that they need servicing. Intelligence is being built into LED fixtures.
So the lighting fixtures provide the hardware infrastructure for data gathering?
Yes. Then businesses and cities can use their lighting fixtures to gain information and control over the physical space and the processes happening there. This is all in the near future.
Sounds exciting. Well, that's all the time we have now, folks. Hope you enjoyed this presentation. Peter and I would love to take your questions, but we are really synthetic voices, electronically generated reading voices.
Tracy, you shouldn't have told them that. They were just beginning to relate to us. Our creators have taken all this care to make us sound real.
I know, Peter. Maybe we can have LED fixtures that talk to the customers one of these days. Anyway, bye, folks. Have a good whatever and thanks for listening.